Hey everyone, Crystal here with Our Spring Farm and Country. Welcome back to the channel. I have an overabundance of eggs, so I need to do something with them before they go bad. So I've decided I am going to dehydrate some pasta and get that put in the pantry for storage. You can never have too much pasta. And we've noticed lately that plain old pasta in the stores, the prices have shot up. So this will alleviate that burden as well. So I'm going to use my 2-ingredient pasta dough recipe, and I'll leave a link for that somewhere up there, and I'll also put it down in the description, so if you would like to try it yourself you can. I'm going to use my Kitchenaid pasta maker in order to make a variety of pasta. I want to do rotini, rigatoni, large macaroni, and maybe roll out some and do some egg noodles. So if you don't have the machine and can't make all those fancy types of pasta, it's fine, because you could just roll it out and make some delicious egg noodles that way. Then I'm just going to put it in the dehydrator to get it dried out so it will last on the shelf for years if needed, and I will show you everything I'm doing. So let's get started. All right, so batch number 1 made. Now just to repeat this process 5 or 6 more times. I'm not sure how many I'm going to make. I'm just going to use these eggs and flour until I get down to about none, and then I'll make however much pasta that makes. So let's continue on getting dirty. All right, so I got 8 dough balls made up, and now they're just gonna go in the fridge and rest a while. They need to sit a minimum of 30 minutes, but they can sit in there up to 18 hours if you like. But I'm gonna put them in here for a few hours, and then I'll come back and start forming them into the different pasta shapes that I want to do and get them in the dehydrator. All right, so the dough has been in the fridge now for a couple hours, so I'm going to pinch it apart, and I am using my Kitchenaid gourmet pasta press, but honestly, you can use whatever you have at your house, or you could just roll it out and make it into strips, however you want to do it. And also, if you don't have a dehydrator, you can put it on racks and dry it in your home for 12 to 24 hours and you'll get the same effect. So if you're wanting to dehydrate and store pasta, you can do the same thing even without a dehydrator. So you don't need any fancy gadgets for this. But now I've got my pasta dough. I pinch it apart into small pieces so it goes through the machine a little easier. And I'm just going to make, I think, 4 different types of pasta. So fusilli, rigatoni, small macaroni, and large macaroni. And then I might do some strips. I'm still debating because I've only got 8 trays and I don't know how much each dough ball is going to take up until I start filling these trays. So I'll just do it in increments if I need to, but I'm going to get started on this, and then I will show you the next step after that step. All right, so it has been several hours. I didn't realize how long this would take. But I have several batches finished now. We've got the fusilini all bagged up, nice and dried. So sticking this in the pantry. This is one of those dough balls, so I think it feeds 6 people or whatever it says in the recipe below, but just bagging them up individually so we can just grab one out of the pantry and make whatever it is we're going to make. The rigatoni just finished, and I've got a few more that I already have cut up that I've just got to switch out the trays on and finish those up tonight. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I just wanted to share with you my escapade on making pasta and getting pasta dehydrated and put in the pantry for storage. And this is shelf stable, so it will last, well, many years if you wanted it to, but of course we'll eat it before then, so several months for us. And then you may have questions on this, because sometimes you might see people will boil their pasta before dehydrating it, and you can do that as well. If you are worried about salmonella or anything like that from raw eggs, then if it makes you comfortable, boil it before you dehydrate it. I didn't need to do that. I just had to dehydrate it, so that's what I did. So I'm very happy with how much this made. It was, quite a bit of work, but definitely rewarding in the end, because now we've got all of this in our pantry and we don't have to buy one more thing at the grocery store. It's just one more thing to make us self-sustainable here on the farm, and I'm all for that. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you enjoyed what you watched, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.